welcome back to Desert Smoke Reviews. This is Justin.
Wyatt.
And Monty.
Tonight we're going to take a look at another Carlos Torano, the Loyal. Coming in the torpedo size. Nice, kind of a medium brown wrapper. Mine almost, I know these aren't box pressed, but mine's got almost like a box to it, just from, I think, the way it was stored. Or when it shipped, it's not bad at all, just kind of an observation. Seams are done really well. A few veins, they're minor. Overall, it looks like a really nice looking cigar, very well constructed. Got little lumps, but of course it's a hand-rolled cigar, what do you expect? But looks really good. The aroma off the wrapper for me is a nice, a lot of tobacco flavors, or smells coming off of it, as well as a nice, maybe almost like a sweetness, like a sweet tobacco maybe. Very, very nice on the wrapper. The foot, not the same, but I'm going to throw a little bit of earth and barnyard in there. There's a certain organic flavor or smell to the foot for me. But overall, gorgeous looking cigar. Really excited.
Yeah, I think our local cigar aficionado, their shop owner, put this best. The cigar tastes like a cigar.
It produces smoke
it produces
like
smoke,
a cigar.
Yeah. Tobacco repping, tobacco repping, tobacco. So you light it up, it's going to smoke. But anyway, yeah, beautiful looking stick. I've had this one before, not in this size, not in the torpedo, but I remember enjoying it. So, and again, like I always say about Torano, I've never had one that I really dislike. But yeah, it's a beautiful looking stick. I love this band. It's got this kind of retro looking band.
Art Deco.
Art Deco, and I thought I sounded like a hipster.
For me, it seems like old 50s hot rod.
Well, see, that's what I was going for with the retro reference. But you're right. I mean, that's exactly what it is. It's very shiny. It's got that cool kind of dark red color to it. But, beautiful looking stick. As for the aromas, I don't know what that is on the wrapper. It's very aromatic, but I can't really put something to it. It's very, rich, sweet tobacco, but there's something else there that I can't quite put my finger on. But on the foot, I totally disagree. It smells like I just cracked open a dark chocolate candy bar. It smells really, really nice. Kind of that bitter chocolate, so I'm really looking forward to lighting this up. Huh?
Wyatt was talking about how he got dark chocolate off of his. The guys are going to laugh at me, but off the foot, it almost has a dark sweetness, almost a bit of fruitiness to it, and I've been thinking about it while they were talking. And the only thing I can come up with is there's a little bit of barnyard, but almost like the smell of a fresh cut plum. Plums have a really definitive aroma to them. It's kind of a sweet, citrusy, dark sweetness to them, and I swear that's what I get a little bit of it off the wrapper, but I really get it off the foot. Yeah, I keep coming back to a plum, But and as far as the construction goes, it does have a little bit of almost like a box press, if you will, for a torpedo, but has that nice brown, almost slightly dark red brown color to the wrapper. On mine, the seams are really nice. I think there's maybe one super fine vein in this entire cigar that I can find. Maybe a slight lump or two, but whatever, that's okay. And then again, I agree with what the guys are saying. I think this is a really cool band. It's something that's really different and really unique in this day and age. Everybody wants pirates and parrots and tobacco leaves and shit like that on their bands right now, but it just kind of looks like 1950s cool, and I really like it. So I'm really looking forward to see how the cigar does.
Let's get it cut up with it. I think she did say passion.
Yeah, Queen Hotel.
I like passion fruit.
I did, you didn't get the smell.
It makes an amazing nice tea. I know I did not get passion fruit.
Clean hotel room. Dry cleanings? Was it one of the dry
Martinizing.
Yeah,
Why, you know what martinizing is?
Martinizing? No. But I do recommend, or I do remember, what did you say about the Scotch barrels? Isn't it Scotch barrels? Like it smells like I'm sucking on the Scotch barrels.
Yeah.
Piece of wood from the Scotch.
Yeah.
Really.
We're referencing one of our former
wise words from our dearly
Commodores.
departed Steve.
Associates. I prefer
Associates. Associates. And we love that keep it round.
Don't we all? Don't we all? Well, that's a great first puff.
Yeah, really nice.
Really smooth, coats your whole time. Very thick, oily smoke. I was kind of afraid I charred it too, but now it tastes
No, it's
wonderful.
real good. I have a little bit of a tight draw, but totally manageable.
Well, mine's not tight at all. It's a real easy open draw. I do get just a little bit of fruitiness on mine. I know it sounds funny, but there's a little bit of fruitiness on that.
It is kind of tart.
Yeah. I'm not going to argue. I definitely get a nice sweetness to it, like sweet tobacco, but yeah, there's, I'd say a tartness.
Really smooth though, really nice start.
No spice. Very nice, mild to medium. Very, very nice. Great start. Let's get into the first third and see how it goes. Welcome back. We're about 10 minutes into this Torano Loyal, and so far I'm really enjoying it. It's not an in-your-face cigar. It's very mild to medium, but I mean it's just very nice, very smooth. Flavor profile, I still get a nice subtle tobacco sweetness to it. It's very, very nice. Finish is relatively long for me, and I agree. There's still some sort of tartness, maybe some sort of fruit. I can't put a name to that fruit. I just can't really put my finger on it. But overall, very nice smoke. Very, very ample amount of smoke. Ash is holding on really well. It's not flaky. I have no complaints about this cigar. It's really good.
Yeah, the ash looks like it's going to be flaky, but it isn't so far. There's nothing falling off, little clumps. Yeah, pretty solid construction. Not a razor sharp burn, but I haven't touched it up yet. I don't think I'll need to. We smoked the Domenico before this, and this cigar seems to be about the same. It's kind of a fast burner. I'm usually the fastest smoker of the group, but we all seem to be on par with this one. So, but other than that, yeah, I mean, it's got that little bit of tartness. I don't know what that is. It's pretty sweet finish, rich tobacco, maybe a little bit of coffee and chocolate rolling around in there. So far, this is a really good cigar to end your day with.
Yeah, I agreed on all counts. My burn is just a hair off, but not worth touching up. Nice firm white ash. Real easy draw on mine, not too loose, but what I would call an easy draw. That to me, that tartness is less, but it's still there. Other than that, just some nice coffee and tobacco, like Wyatt alluded to. The finish is very medium for me, I would say, but still very nice start.
Well, let's get into the second third, approach the midpoint, see if we get any changes. Welcome back. We're about halfway to this Carlos Torano Loyal, and for me, there's nothing really to update. No flavor changes. Still keeping par for the course for me. Very, very good. Smoke is still very ample. Burn is not razor sharp, but not needing a touch up. Ash is holding on well. Overall, very, very nice smoke, and it's a bit not one-dimensional, but kind of simple. No flavor changes, but still very good.
Yeah, I agree. You know, the coffee and chocolate has really come into play with me, and that kind of tart flavor that we mentioned earlier, that's pretty much gone. But man, a cup of coffee, this thing tastes incredible because the smoke is dry. It's just not oily, dry enough that when you take a few puffs and then you have a sip of your coffee, it just tastes great. So definitely a cigar to smoke some coffee. We always do ice. I'd recommend ice.
You know, I agree. I really like this cigar. My burn's been really, really nice. Not razor, but really straight. Nice firm white ash. I still get that little bit of tartness. I also get a little bit of bitter coffee off of it, but that's been really consistent. So, again, just real good so far.
Well, let's get into the final third, approach the nub point, see if we get any changes. Welcome back. We're at the final third, approaching the nub point in this Loyal. And for me, it's always been a really good stick. I never really got, in the first half, that coffee flavor that both Wyatt and Monty had mentioned, but it's starting to come in. I definitely pick up just a general coffee in the finish. Still very sweet tobacco for me. I never really got any of the chocolate, but overall, very, very good stick. I never lost that kind of tartness, too, that we had mentioned in the first half. It's still faint, but still there for me throughout. Overall, just kind of a very simple cigar, medium, mild to medium in body, but just very, very nice, very smooth. I truly enjoyed it. I think it's, for being an end of the day, that's when we're smoking this, it may not, I didn't think it would be a good cigar for that. It was very kind of simple, but really when I sat down and I smoked it, it hit the mark. It's definitely very nice, very relaxing. I've enjoyed it. I think it fit well in any really roll. I think it's good for the morning, good for the afternoon, and good for the evening. I agree it pairs well with coffee. Hot or cold, I think it'd be fine. Overall, I really enjoyed it, and I would give it a solid 7.5. I think that it's a cigar on its own. It may not be the most complex, but definitely keeps your attention.
Well, to quote our astute cigar shop owner, it does indeed taste like a cigar. But you know,
Wait, I gotta stop you. Did he really say that?
yeah, he
Yeah.
said that. That was his
Tastes like a cigar.
tastes like a cigar. That was his description. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, he's not wrong, you know. But you know, the way I look at this cigar, we're smoking this at the end of the day. You can go to the local cigar shop of your choice and spend, you know, like $15 on a Padron or $10 on some other cigar. At least at our shop, these are what, $6.50, something like that. $7, yeah. You can save yourself $3 and have just as good an experience. These aren't going to be as complex, but man, they're good. I mean, they great construction all the way through. I mean, only now I don't even have an inch left, and the wrapper's starting to come up, but you know, I'm fine with that. I give this cigar a really solid 8. I mean, it's good, man. You know, you can light this up like Justin said at any time during the day. Not a task cigar, something that deserves your attention. Just another really good smoke from Torano. Another one of the higher ups of the Torano cigars that I've had.
You know, it's kind of funny. Wyatt always talks about how he doesn't think he's ever had a truly bad Torano. And to me, Torano's a real hit or miss. I've had some that are really good and some that I didn't ever smoke again. But this one, I think, is really good. I think if you, as far as a golf cigar, no, I don't think you want to be distracted for this cigar. But if you're gonna, you know, I often sit out in the mornings and drink some iced tea or some coffee and take an hour on my days off and smoke a cigar. And this would be perfect for that too. For the price, this cigar is pretty damn hard to beat. I think I paid it was $2.50 or $3 a piece. So that's a hell of a deal for me. Even if you paid $6 or $7 for this cigar, I still think it's a hell of a deal. It's not complex, but it's very good. It's very smooth. That tartness is always there. There's a little bit of tartness. There's, you know, some strong tobacco and some coffee there too. The burn was great the whole way through. I never touched it up once. The ash has been real firm, tight, bright, and white. Just a super good cigar. I'm gonna go with an 8, like Wyatt. I think this cigar is definitely one to have around.
Well, in conclusion, if you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. Until next time. Smoke 'em again.